And here we are at the Flying J truck stop in Winslow, Arizona, on our journey to Second Mesa to watch the dances up on Old Oraibi and at the Cultural Center, and I'll pan out. And this is where the town, little town sitting on a corner of Winslow, Arizona is. We're about 62 miles south of Second Mesa. We're about to pull out of here and head up on the Mesa. So from one Martian visit, here we go, one more journey and one more pan around here at the truck stop and just out east of Winslow, Arizona. Enjoy. Here we are about 30 miles south of the Second Mesa. Thought I'd pull over and get a quick shot of these little volcanic outcroppings. At one time, this is an ancient lake bed here. I read that it's 3.5 billion years old. I've always compared it to the primordial sea kind of thing, whereas maybe the Hopis were the first ones that walked on the earth. Just one man's opinion. I'll pan around, but you can see how these volcanic peaks just come and stick up right out of the desert floor here, or the high desert floor, about 5,000 feet elevation. Like they just came right up, and especially that one right there, you can see how it just has a perfect peak almost and cooled. And I don't know if it's going to show up, but I'm right here coming into view way out there. The San Francisco Peaks. Let's see if we can zoom into it here. You still got a little snow on. Of course, I was up there last week and ruined the photos, and the Zunies called me and wouldn't know why they weren't on YouTube. So I promised I'd come back up there to them and video their dances once again. And here's the old trusted truck once again. And here we are on the road, and the roads are just straight with just a couple of turns for 60 miles. Enjoy. Here we are going up the road to Second Mesa. We just were at the intersection, and so where we're going is looks pretty desolate right now, but as soon as you get up on the mesas, the piñons start, and I'll pan around here, show you some of the views. I don't know how this is going to turn out, or if it's going to turn out. And we'll just take you up this road here. We're pulling right up to where the Hopi Cultural Center is. First time I came up here was with an ex-girlfriend, and we pulled off the side of the road up here. There's a little spring that comes out of the side of the mountain, and we were greeted by "Get out of here, honky." So somebody told me it's probably a Navajo and probably not a Hopi that gave us that ugly greeting. And I can see a new water tower in the background. It's been about 6 or 7 years since I've been up here. So I just seen a new white water tower. Hoop Villa's up since I know, and Hoop Villa's had a water tower, but nothing on Old Oraibi. There goes one of our Raven buddies, and we're almost to the top. And right off to the left here, I'll try and film this, is where this spring was at. And there it is right there. And we'll just pan back around. We're coming right up to the top of this little mesa. There's a view off this cliff. And I just cannot say the names of these communities. They're just too hard to pronounce. But right here on the right is where I bought my first little piece of Hopi jewelry in one of these little shops up here. And man, it is warm today up here. So we'll just go along here, and the old gas station here, of course, is not there anymore. And here we are on top of the mesas here. So we'll see if we can find a dance and record. Here we are, we're driving into Old Oraibi, man. A lot of old memories for here. Me and my son Ronald, who was made a part of the Parrot clan years and years ago. And, oh, this is the little old road leading into Old Oraibi. Now, Old Oraibi, there's no power lines, no running water, nothing. As we go back to the same old dirt road, some things never change. It's just as beat up as it always was. Off to my right are the hieroglyphs that you see photos of on my blog. And we'll just go back around here. It looks like there's a few people here for the dance, and by fate, one of the gentlemen, Hopi carvers, that I recorded for my Hopi thing on YouTube, Hopi Carvers on YouTube's daughter owns the little gift shop up here, and we'll see if we can get a little interview with her and talk to her. And man, this road is just as rough as it's always been. Trying to go slow enough to get the film not to bounce around so much. And see if we can find some place to park here. Okay.
Welcome to Hana Arts and Crafts, located in Old Oraibi, Arizona. Oraibi. This is Sandra Hamana shop. She's the proprietor, and we specialize in the Hopi tawas, and she does also the quilts.
And we'll just keep panning around here.
Yeah, and then we carry various artists' work from all three mesas, and this is considered third mesa.
Yeah, this is the same mesa the rest of the world would know where Hoot Villa sits on the other end.
Yeah.
But we're on Old Oraibi, which is the traditionalist. And like I said, driving in here, that's why you don't see no power lines and water tanks and stuff like that now around here. And I'm just panning around this lady's shop, and what the deal was, her uncle, I took a video of at the Herb Museum a couple of weeks ago that I'm running now on YouTube anyway, and so this will be on the same RD47 blog anyway. And I'm just panning around her shop. I was just down watching and listening to the Hopi dancers down there. They're on Old Oraibi today and one other mesa, but I have friends on Old Oraibi here, so I came down here. And here we go. And you're open year-round, aren't you, dear, up here?
Yes, we are.
And I'll pan back around here and then show some of the gift trays. And, well, I don't know if the light's going to work there or not. And we'll show some of the items here that she has in her trays. And you're not selling kachinas, though, are you? Oh, she's got a few kachinas. I'm going to end up buying one of Lonnie's kachinas before I get out of here today. I got a feeling he's got one down there made, and I already have one of his anyway. So.
Oh, I see.
And when I was hanging out with him, that was when Patrick was still alive. Patrick Lotso. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? Then he died after a dance one day, I understand, according to Lonnie. So here we go, folks, and just some more beautiful Hopi art, which I just think is the best. And God bless everybody out there on this Saturday afternoon. And once again, dear, I'm going to pan around in your name.
Michelle Sakwaima.
And we're on beautiful Old Oraibi. We're getting a little bit of a breeze today. It's really hot up here today. So God bless everybody out there. Enjoy.